Good morning all. Yes, sir. Happy today is Wednesday. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Make sure all systems are go here. There we go. Looking good, looking good. All right. Let's get into it. See what we got going on for today. Yesterday's CPI news. I know we discussed it in the group here, but numbers came up higher than expected due to obviously energy prices and all of that stuff. Very interesting to see if this continues. Not going to be good for the general market upside here, but one data point is not enough. Obviously, we've had a shock here, and yeah, we can see something like that. So if we are looking at the calendar for today being Wednesday, we have a bit of PPIs coming in here. What are they expecting? Expecting numbers to be the same. They've been not really very accurate with forecasts here, but again, if we see prices increase, that's inflationary. It's not good for the economy. It is in an essence because companies make more money, but not for the consumer. So it could be quite interesting. Lead to gold to push down, but stock market could still rally if companies are making more money essentially. And that's why stock markets are continuing to rally, because we are seeing positivity from what? We're seeing positivity from essentially the companies, right? Where, you know, if we're people talking about this being a bubble, very understandable to call this a bubble, but at the end of the day, we are being back. Corporate earnings is rising. We have good corporate earnings. So unlike 2008 financial crisis, we were seeing a lot of hype, but not figures of corporate earnings being very strong and these companies not making as much money as the hype. So it was not matching. Now this is matching. So that's why we continue to see these assets be bullish. But in terms of analysis here, we start off on daily time frame here. We have this double kind of previous daily support we were reacting off yesterday. We have this one down here that we don't know how we're going to react in a session. Daily time frame closed bearish. We move on to 4-hour time frame. We have a bearish 4-hour time frame close, leaving us a rejection from that previous daily support from yesterday. So this is leading into a bearish bias. we are forming a little bit of a range after this push from the low of the range, right? So we've done that in the past here. We've hanged around a little bit here in the range. And yeah, 1 hour time frame showing us more of a bullish continuation, retesting now into the 4 hour, which could be the end of the upside, and maybe for London we start to continue down. We are guarded by a few levels here, cascading support, which is not the most useful. We have a 30-minute down here. We can see that previous daily support is holding the low of the day. We have this 30 right here, and we have a 15 sitting right above it here. So we don't know which one it's going to react, but it could definitely react off one of these and make a higher low. We also have a previous 15 sitting here. I'm not going to draw a line because I don't like too many lines on my chart. I think it looks ugly and makes me uncomfortable when trading. But I will put a little box here because it's not as intense. Ideally right now we get some 5-minute bullish, change some structure before trying to send the sell straight away. We have this candle close here in about 5 minutes. We could look to sell for 20 pips here. Bit of a big stop loss. We are relying on this being the high of the day. 1 hour flipping bearish for the open here. So we'll see how this candle closes in around 5 minutes. Quickly looking at DAX here, we are rallying for the time being. Daily time frame created a rejection here from our 4 hour support from a while back, and also this daily. We didn't reach the daily support though. 4 hour time frames is closing bullish here. We have a 4 hour resistance we can mark here now because we crossed through that 4 hour support, and we're moving up and onwards here at the moment. So we can see strong pushes at the moment. 1 hour is trending strong. We are mixed bias though. We have some headache here, quite a few levels actually, and then some headache here. Oh yeah, it's very messy range actually. Wow, very messy range. So after this range it becomes clean, but whenever there's a messy range like this, we do have wicks to fill. So it could react off one of these, but I really rather be in a scenario where we wait for the pullback and I trade off a pullback. I think that's going to be a lot healthier for price and also give me a better entry, which is more important for me. So if we can pull back, create like a setup 2, which I call it, we can look for some sort of upside here, plus some lower time frame confirmation that I use in my strategy. That would be valid enough. Plus we'll come to this in around 30 minutes when we're around the open, as that's our window to actually make profit off this. Nasdaq here, Nasdaq. Yesterday we had amazing sells during NYSE yesterday. These were amazing. We took sells from all the way up here yesterday, and I wish I held a runner because this would have paid a lot more, but I was greedy to take my payout from my prop firm, so I closed out. It's not greedy, I guess, but you know, securing a payout I guess was more important at the time than getting a home run. But this was amazing LTA that we managed to fill yesterday perfectly. Huge clean candle zone that we filled easily, and then we rejected off the 4 hour. Actually we tapped that 4 hour, boom, got a rejection towards the upside. Did still leave the daily candle closing bearish here, but with a rejection candle here, we are now working back towards the daily resistance. 4 hour time frames are closing very strong, and we're back showing how dominant the buyers are at the moment. Any pullback buyers at the moment are using as opportunity, not problematic. And as you can see, they bought it back up when we're basically back to where we started yesterday and reversed the whole move. Very aggressive move back up. Was an aggressive move down, but to have a V-shaped recovery like this is not very common. Right now what we're working on is, obviously we have a lot more bullish pressure, but we have done a lot of movement towards the upside. Price may need to create some liquidity, form some sort of ranges or pullbacks before continuing higher. If we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, we've come very close to a 1 hour resistance that we formed over yesterday's price action. And if we work ourselves down towards the 30 minutes here, we can see that this 30 minute we didn't react, but we'll put a line to see how that matches on the 15, and that matches the 15, which we can now see the reaction. So we can put that 15 there. Now buys above here could make sense as a breakout buy to fill this wick and finish the 1 hour move. But again, we have to consider how much we've pushed. Although it doesn't mean it's going to stop here, I am buying the highest point of the day, which is not really my favorite spot to be a buyer. I'd rather be a buyer somewhere where we have some sort of pullbacks. We could end up reversing during London, even though it's not the case at the moment. We don't even have a 15 break of structure, let alone a 5 break of structure, if I'm being honest. You know, we have very good 5-minute price action. So to look for sells from up here, it's not a bad market positioning, but it's not the right time to take sells just yet. You probably at least need a 1 hour bearish before even considering sells. In terms of 15-minute time frame, we could pull back towards that previous 4 hour here at 29,202. Maybe create some sort of supports from there to work our way back towards the upside. Tap into that 15 and maybe fill that wick would be better than trying to send the highs. If we send the highs, I want to be more on the aggressive side of break even, as that will be a lot more healthy for price action here. So yeah, that's basically the analysis for today. And yeah, let's see what ends up happening. I've heard there was a speak of the South Korean minister in X. He wanted to have more money in chip factories, Samsung. Yeah, that's interesting. It should help NASDAQ as well. Technology-based stock, but production is made. That maybe can affect the Asian markets. I just want to check here, as usual. Yesterday, we took some nice wins on stream. We're on a little bit of a win streak. Hopefully we can keep this going, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't. But what I want to check is, have I updated the stream record here on stream? I know the journal I do, but no one tells me to add wins as usual. Everyone just wants, you know, if you take a loss, then everyone wants to speak. So I want to check when's the last trade we took win. Was yesterday, and then on the 11th. So let's check from the 7th. 7th, we should have added 3 wins after that. So let's see, 7th, we started the stream journal at 157. So I haven't added any of them. So thanks for reminding me. Typical, huh? I mean, 3 wins I've had, no, hasn't been added. But when I lose, oh my God, imagine 3 wins. I haven't put in there, but it's in the journal anyways. Unbelievable. That is like low-key. I think the first day I didn't add it because I wanted to wait. So let me double check, because maybe it is. I think that's why I didn't add it. Let me double check, because maybe I didn't even add the win before that. Let's see, TS stream journal. How about from the 6th here, right? The 6th. How about from the 4th? Let's see from the 4th. Let's go back and actually see if this was still 157. From the 4th, I have not added any wins. Holy crap. So thanks for reminding. Obviously, but when I lose 1, oh my God. Can you imagine? Look, 157 on stream right now. The live stream we're watching right now is still... Oh, it doesn't show I'm live. Look, 157 still. What do we think of the new thumbnail? We prefer this thumbnail or the old one? What do we guys think? You guys like the new one, really? Okay. What about YouTube chat here? 167 wins? No, not 167. 69 losses. Let me adjust it now. Can you imagine? So what's that? 5 wins we have not added. So 362. Man, isn't that crazy? 1 loss. Everyone goes nuts. 1. 5 wins? Not 1 person reminds me. Not 1. So we were 57 from the 4th. How many wins have we taken after the 4th? Took a win on the 4th, 58, 59, 60, 61. Yeah, correct. I think you haven't no, I have added the losses there, that's for sure. We can double check the losses have been added. So let's double check on the 15th. Maybe I'm wrong here. On the 15th, minus 20. So let's go to the 15th of last month. That was the last loss. At the beginning of the stream, now it's 60. Whoa, too loud. Yeah, we have one break even as well. We need to add 69. Yes, good number. There we go. So what do you guys think? Let's see. Old, new, more people new. I don't know. We need a vote. We'll put a vote here, so end of stream we'll find out. Let's see. We'll start a poll. We'll start a poll. New and old thumbnail. Let's check this one here, 13th. We'll update everything. 13, there we go. All right, yes. 13th we add. Perfect, we're up to date. Okay, now we're up to date. To be honest, I don't even need the stream win rate on the thing. The journal is the best. That's the one I concentrate on. I'm sure we've missed wins and losses on the one on the screen, but the journal is accurate. So we see on gold, we did close the 15 bearish here. I have this on my other monitor as well, but with this 5-minute closing bullish, I was just seeing how we react off this. So we closed the 15 bearish. Obviously, I was thinking to take break of low. I have this on my other monitor, but the issue I have with this is I don't think it's worth it for 16 pips, you know? So I want to see a change of structure. 5-minute maybe can change structure, then I'm interested. Hey, I want to join your group. I'm break even. I want to improve my trading. Any place there? Yeah, I actually was meant to close it yesterday, but I haven't. I'm being honest, I haven't. So the link is still available, but today it will close. I just didn't get time yesterday. So yes, the link is still open on the website. So this link is still active, but today I will remove it and put it on the closed waitlist. So waitlist, you'll still be able to join, but you'll just have to wait. But at least you get first come, first serve. And then once we fill 10 spots, then you wait till next month again. So we keep it back at 10 at a time. It's the best. Hit the like button, guys. Don't be lazy. Yeah, I appreciate a like. Thanks for that. Support the stream. Support the analysis. Support the win streak. Let's go. Please minimize the chart. Okay, sure, bro. I'll minimize the chart. Sorry, bro. Here you go. Hopefully now we can trade a little bit better. And this is good for you. So, there we go, bro. My apologies. I know maybe you like to trade like this, so we'll continue like this. My apologies, bro. I'll minimize the chart. Super sorry, bro. NQ CFD versus future chart seems to have big discrepancy today. If we get close on CFD but not on futures, just go on futures. Thank you. You're welcome, bro. Do we need to mark 5-minute support and resistance? If you're not trading the 5-minute, then no need. As you can see here, we have this 5-minute change of structure that we're waiting for. It's, as you can see, it's displayed very clearly on the chart where we have a 5-minute support created. I can visually see that 5-minute support created, as you can see here on the chart, because we were told to minimize the chart. So now we're analyzing like this. So yeah. This is why I didn't want to sell early. If we do leave this 4-hour resistance, I'm not sure about buys because of bias. So we'll have to see. I just marked NQ on futures. Not much discrepancy, bro. This is a 4-hour here. Daily is around the same. Same resistance here. Buys actually look cleaner here on futures. This previous 4, someone was asking if it's worth to mark because we've been crossed through twice. Not necessarily, but it's the only range we have at all-time highs here. The last range we have is here. So I just want to see where that range was. Where the low of that was the catalyst for our breakout, right? So I just want to know if we're back inside the range or trading outside the range. That's why I leave it there as a reference point. Not necessarily a support and resistance, but it's a reference point. Current 15 on CFDs closed at previous 15. Decent gap on futures. Bro, I don't know what you're tripping on or what. Look at this here. This is futures. That's the 15. That's the 15. It's very similar. We have the same 15 at the wick. Just the body here is that. It's not a massive discrepancy that. It's not a massive discrepancy. You also have to measure the ranges are bigger here on look at where the 15 is. Look at where this wick finishes. You only have here 4-point gap. But on futures, from that resistance, you have a 9-point gap. You see? So it kind of adjusts itself. But you just follow futures in that case. How long should I wait, brother? No, if you enter now, you can enter immediately. If you enter now, you can enter immediately. If you wait till after today, then it will be done. Man, 79% are saying the new thumbnail. So I guess the new thumbnail. It's not doing well on viewers though. We'll give it a couple of days. We'll see how it works. At least a week of testing. DAX might want to get out the nasty range. Yeah, but it's just not giving any structure. Like, you know, we can't do anything without structure. Then we're buying the highest point of the day, you know. One trade per day? You can take one trade per day, but if you're trading 2 sessions, then you're probably going to take more. Like right now, these days, I'm averaging 2 trades a day. If the market's moving well, I'll average 2 trades a day, sometimes 3. When the market moves slow, sometimes I you know. Harry, sorry, but is the promo still going on? I was traveling and I couldn't enroll back then, planning to enter today. Possible for, sorry for being cheapstake? No, sorry, there's not a promo. It was a one-day thing. Harry, we might see a sell trade on Euro USD. Thank you, brother. I just don't trade Euro USD myself. But if you do see a sell set up, then as long as it follows your plan, good luck. But my question to is, your success in trading and trading NY with me is a matter of $15? It wouldn't make sense. Then I don't think you're serious, because I want serious people in there. Like, I'm just being honest. So that would be my question in my head. If $15 is the difference it takes to be serious on your trading journey and see results, then I have different questions. Why don't you trade FX anymore? They're just not moving that good, man. It's boring. So much opportunity in indices, and I'm enjoying it, you know. Also, it's not that I don't trade them, it's just I'm allocating to better pairs, right? So for example, look at Nasdaq on a daily time frame. This is an asset I want to be part of. Since back here, it's been super fun to trade. If we compare the same to my old pair on GJ, this is daily time frame on GJ. We have a few days of good, then we go sideways. Then we go sideways. You know? If we compare to like GBP USD, look at GBP USD. Not really trending. So there's more opportunity. Doesn't mean it's not tradable. Doesn't mean it's not tradable. Right? But if we look at Euro USD, again, same type of action. We can see mostly currencies are sideways. Now, you can trade this, but I rather trade something like, look at US 30, the way we've been trending. Look at DAX, how we've been playing in the ranges. A little bit bigger. Here was crap. Remember, here we weren't trading too much DAX. We also adjusted the time. So again, I could trade. I can make money off GBP USD. There's great setups. Euro USD as well, but I'm finding better opportunities, right? And gold as well, moving a little bit more exciting. So there's better opportunities I'm finding. That's why I'm not trading Forex pairs in a Trump market, which is typical. Not that I'm against it or I don't think, you know. Plus also something I didn't used to do is focus societally on NYSE. Now I trade a lot more NYSE. NYSE is really good for indices. I love NYSE for indices. Are you gonna be live tomorrow, German bank holiday? Yeah, I'll trade tomorrow, but maybe not DAX. So tomorrow I won't really be trading DAX. But I'll be trading like NQ, gold. You can't be break even on FX or commission will get you. Yeah, commission can add up for sure. That's not a lie. On indices, on futures, you still do have commission on futures. But if you're taking so many break-evens that it becomes a problem, reanalyze your break-even strategy, or just put your stop loss 1 pip in profit, and you'll be, you know, you'll be all right. Right, so we see the 15-minute candle close bullish now. Next 15-minute trying to break below here. We didn't get a close below, nor did we. I mean, this is a break of structure 15, right? We broke. We didn't close rejection, which could have allowed us to go earlier. So this might retest and continue up. We don't know. DAX here is finally giving us a pullback. I want to be trading off the pullbacks. NASDAQ as well giving us a pullback. We could work towards this zone. As long as we respect the zone, we can look for buys from that spot there. Why DAX could hold the bullish move that happened a couple of days ago? What do you mean? Why is it going up or what? What's this guy's username? AA5I5. If you're asking about the deal for the group, if you're a previous member of the group, then you can claim that same price because you were an old member. So you can DM me if that's the case. Just DM me. Anyhow. Is there any validity to the statement support and resistances created during low volume times are less relevant than in high volume times? I just want to see your thoughts on that. Not really, not really. There is a small truth to that, but it's more about what is the type of support and what is the type of resistance, because this would be done in a low volume time, but this for me is a very strong support because we're seeing double liquidity grab from here. So how can I see this is less relevant based on time? You know, and volume time can shift throughout different days, right? Highs and lows made during outside of volume time are not important. For example, we could have Asia low and Asia high, London low, London high, New York low, New York high. Those are important zones compared to between London low and between London high, you know? So yeah. Nas sells could be near. No, not yet. We're still respecting the support. I have it on my other monitor. It's not near yet. And I want to get out this range. It's very early to sell NASDAQ. Very early. Very early. We didn't tap 1 hour. We have very strong bullish candle closures here. Back inside the 4-hour range. Very bullish price action. We need at least to see a 5-minute break of structure minimum. You know? If it changes structure on this 1 hour, still some time for the we need to see the 1 hour close bearish, right? But yeah, I agree. At least if we get the 1 hour bearish, it's going to start the case. If we get the 1 hour bearish, it's going to start the case. That is true. Look at 1 minute, nice sell on gold. If you trade the 1 minute, then yeah, cool. I don't, even on the 1 minute here, I think your sells would be from up here on the 1 minute, not now. Late, you need to take a sell. Do you trade crypto? No, just invest. DAX doesn't want to stop, huh? We have the open coming in 4 minutes on DAX, so we'll keep an eye on DAX. Nasdaq rejecting here. 1 hour seems like it's going to close bullish here, but we want it stronger bullish, of course. I rather it either close strong bullish or just let it flip and close bearish. Then we can start to look for sells. This type of close here is not very useful. Doesn't tell us much. Showing us weakness, but at the same time not enough to take a sell because we're not breaking 15-minute structure. We're not breaking 5-minute structures. We're respecting everything. Also, yesterday I got a few DMs from the NY session. Why did I take the sells on Nasdaq yesterday on the NY session? Aren't you bullish on Nasdaq? I had reasons. Mainly, you know, we have a bias of where we're moving down during the day. But I also want people to understand yesterday NY session was a display of patience. So we were trading US 30 and we were trading Nasdaq. We didn't jump into FOMO buys on Nasdaq, and I taught people how to stay out. It was a masterclass yesterday, right? I'm not jumping into FOMO buys on Nasdaq. I'm not jumping into any early sells. Even when price was pushing down here, we had some supports down here that I was not jumping into and taking random sells here and getting caught out on pullbacks. Yesterday was very important to understand exactly what the market is doing and why, and how to execute with just one shot that pays you. And there was so many options that we could have taken, and they all had one thing that broke my rule. I sat there and I said, oh, I really want to take this, but unfortunately my rules are rules. And if I took all those options, they would have ended break even, but luckily they would have ended break even. If not, they would have ended up in a loss. So although maybe yesterday I would have got away with some break evens, they were breaking my rules, and over time that is going to do what? That is going to make me lose. So I stayed patient, then something popped up that followed my rules, followed my probabilities. We executed on that trade. It ends up being the best position of the whole day. Guess what? No surprise. The position you're patient for and wait for is going to be the best position of the day. If you don't wait for that, maybe it never happened and I don't take anything that day, but I'm not losing. I'm preserving capital. I'm preserving. Right? My recent stats have been over 10 wins and 2 losses. So with 10 wins and 2 losses, you have to also preserve. Because if you start to flip that dynamic, meaning you start to become 10 losses and 5 losses and 10 wins, now you give back a lot of profit. But when you're up 10 wins between NY and London, then you need to do what? You need to have a very important strategy which is doing what? Which is protecting capital. Because what's the point of making money if you can't keep it? You're just going to give it back to the market. So yes, they've super important lessons. And watching that live, you know, is priceless, of course, right? DAX, it's the open, man. I don't really take it right at the open, any trades on DAX. And I'm not sure what you mean by just saying DAX. This is why I don't trade the open. Look at that. Get triggered in there, then rejected. Sometimes you can get a setup, but there's no setup yet. A buy above here, I would maybe check out. But there's no setup for me right now. This 30-minute is crazy, bro. I'm not longing the highs like this just yet. I will wait on DAX. We closed at a resistance as well, so this could definitely flip here. Maybe it wants to take liquidity from up here before it flips, but looks like we're trying to flip right now at the moment. It's not showing me full confidence of buyers coming in right now, but they're fighting the buyers. You can see it's not flipped yet, so there could be another push before it flips. Let's see what lower time frame is doing. 1 minute close back in the range, so this is not supporting the buyers. Maybe this ends up price flipping a little bit. We retest lower. We don't know. This is why I like to just wait it out, let the dust settle a bit, show me some direction, and then I can trade that direction. Can we short gold? I mean, technically it's not too crazy. You did close below the 30 here, but it's super close to this 30. It's just a bit deep for me, you know. If I take it break of low here, I'm looking at 20 pips, stop loss 60 pips. I just don't think I'm gonna get paid by that. I rather it come down here and I take buys from down here back up, honestly. I think it would be better. If not, just I rather just buy Nasdaq above the highs here, if we can get a close above here. Gonna take impulsive USD JPY. I think quick PE. All right, good luck, good luck. I was confused on your finding daily bias on your ORB 930. Can you please explain it more? Yeah, it's based off previous daily and previous 4 hour. That's how you define bias. If you want more information, it's gonna take a little bit longer to explain. You're more than welcome to check out the resources that I have to gain that information. But it's based on previous daily, previous 4 hour, right? If they're closing the same direction, it's gonna give you a bias. If it's mixed, you need to do some analysis. I need to see us get above that 15. Same thing on futures. It's a little bit higher on futures. Can you show us your trading room? Bro, I'm a trader, bro. I trade from home, so I trade in my bedroom, bro. Why would I make a trading room when I can trade in my bedroom, bro? That's it, bro. Get up from bed straight to PC, bro. So that's what I have. And then I have a man cave. So I could put my PC in my man cave, but I don't like it. My man cave has a treadmill, a couch. I also have, now inside there, I have a simulator rig inside there. So that's become my man cave. Alright, this candle hasn't closed above and someone is disturbing me with the bell. So let me go get the bell. I'll be back. Okay, we back. A house tour would be cool. Yeah, possibly, but... What games you playing on the sim? iRacing, Race Room, Assetto Corsa. Those three, depending on what I'm training for. He's gonna play racing games like Forza? No, not Forza, bro. This guy plays Forza. F1 for fun, he plays it. Good morning, Harry. Enjoyed speaking with you yesterday. Bro, come watch on Zoom. Click the link in the Discord, brother. YouTube slight delay, and I don't get to see your questions as fast. So we'll see if NQ... Let's see how DAX is forming now. Look at that. Classic put everyone to sleep candle. I call this. I call this the put everyone to sleep candle. Trigger the buyers, trigger the sellers, and you're crying. That's why we wait for confirmations. iRacing is much better. The problem with iRacing is they don't have any GCC tracks. It's very poor. I mean, I don't even think iRacing has Yas, right? Like, that's crazy. So gold here tapped the support. If I was to take a sell, this would where I'd have to be break even right now. Alright, DAX moving down here. So with previous daily bearish, you know, there is an argument for sells to be made. I don't think we can sell just right off the bat like this yet. We've had very bullish price action. Coming to this 15 here. Let's clone this. Whoa, do I have templates? Is that a template? I saw clone and then I saw different things like maybe it was object tree. I think I pressed something different, man. Oh, I do have a template. How do they look? Let's see. 4-hour resistance. Oh, it's terrible template. That look at that line. No. Rubbish. So we see gold here rejecting. That's how I marked my level with a template. Yeah, I just forgot I made templates, but that's from the time when I had my I still think I have lines on this gold chart here on a Wanda. I think I still have lines. I knew I would have still had lines. Back when I was trading gold at 1,600. Can you imagine? Buys above here, sells below here. Look at this. This is historic. I can't take these off. NFP weekly high. Buys above here. Daily resistance. Bro, this is when I was trading gold at 1,600. Today, look where we're at. We're at 4,000, man. If I only just pressed a one lot buy and just forgot about it on an account, you know, that would be an ideal scenario. How many pips is that? How many pips is $1,000? Let's see, 3,700 to 4,700 is what? What is that? 9,000 pips. So 10,000 pips. So I was trading at 1,700 to 4,700. So that's like 30,000 pips. 30,000 pips times a one lot. So let's see. A one lot is $10 per pip. So 30. Wow. Okay, fine. 300K for a one lot. Sheesh. So wouldn't that be ideal if I just forgot about that? How much commission that would have been? That's true as well, right? Swaps, we'd have to, that's too much to calculate. I'm too lazy to calculate that right now. But just based off the one lot, we're talking about $300,000 if I forgot about the account. I remember I used to use them back in the days. I think this was before even I started streaming, man. I wonder if GBP JPY I have some old lines. Let's see, GBP JPY. Oh, we'll know by right-clicking. Remove 30 drawings. Yeah, there has to be some old lines here. Ah ha ha ha. There is. But this I don't think is that old, actually. This is like 193. That's not prehistoric lines. Definitely not prehistoric lines. But I think there should be more. I remember when... No, there isn't. Maybe this GBP JPY? How many drawings? No, we don't have. No. Maybe on Euro USD we might have some. No, we don't have. GBP USD? No. So we're seeing a little bit reaction here on gold, but we're still stuck inside this range. DAX, let's see how DAX is forming. Starting to try to break down now. You know, we could also buy back up from these zones here. Let's go have a look at NASDAQ as well. NASDAQ from these lows here. Remember yesterday, the trade we took yesterday was on gold. It came around the open time, so 15 minutes ago. And then look what we did yesterday. So we go study yesterday's price action on gold. right? So we had yesterday, we took the sells, and then we reversed price after the open. So right now we took sells, now we're reversing price. So we might get a little bit of a reversal from this spot here. 15 minutes close bullish, 5-minute candle close bullish. Just not giving me the bottom wick that I wanted for this entry here. It was following the idea I had to buy this back up right now. Just the way we opened here is extremely fast. 1-minute candle, I really wanted to see bottom wick to complete this 1-minute structure to give me this entry here. So very close to giving me an entry with my confirmation. Just wanted to see a little bit more in the first 2 minutes, and then I could be confident to enter here. Stop loss below here for 50 pips, target here for 50 pips. Would have been perfect, but we need that confirmation. Otherwise, this is gonna be what? A lower high. I'm gonna lose my ass. Right? If this is gonna be a lower high, I'm gonna lose money. Yesterday, NY session, when we were taking the trade yesterday, how many options looked like this? And all of them ended up break even or loss. And we sat there patient during NY session yesterday until finally it gave a setup that pays big, right? That had a massive move, very simple setup. So you have to just stay patient in no matter what conditions you're trading in or what rules you set for that day. You know? Because I don't trust we have enough liquidity to continue up. That's the threat there. So you would be sitting at stops at break even. Now it's tough because you'd have to let a retest happen, but if that retest breaks structure, it's a game over. But it's a shot. Nasdaq might set up soon. We got a nice liquidity grab now from the lows. 15-minute time frame closed rejection as well. So if we can start leaving this range on Nasdaq and get some volume, we can start working towards the upside. Also, guys, if you're on the vote, make a vote. Let me know what you guys like. You like this old thumbnail or the new thumbnail? This is the new thumbnail. It's something simple and clean, but which one do you like? Old thumbnail or new thumbnail? Let me know on the vote or write it in the chat. New one? Damn. We'll give it a go for a week at least. You want cleaner, more matured? All right. Which time zone is displayed? Dubai time, my friend, Dubai. Oh, time frame. Oh, don't ask me that question. If you don't know what time frame is displayed, then you're not looking at your chart, right? Plus, there's a huge bar showing you what time frame. You should be able to look at your chart in front of your screen and figure out what time frame. When you used to play rap on the stream, the old one fit better. Yeah. You remember that? All right, so we have 134 votes, but 73 likes. All of you have been caught red-handed. All of you have been caught red-handed. Every single one of you who pressed a vote and could not press a like, caught red-handed. That's it. Make me sad. I'm crying now. You can't see me crying. Full crying. Now what is DAX doing? DAX is trying to create support. So let's see if DAX wants to start to move up. 10 minutes for the 15 to close. I'd love this 15 to close because this is 30 minutes after the open. I love 30 minutes after the open to kind of set direction. So if I can get this 15-minute candle to close bullish, would be great. Maybe I would have to maybe take it on 5 with a change of structure on lower time frames, but I'd rather do that. Are you not bearish bias on gold? Yeah, but I'm expecting it to stay in the range. That's why it was acceptable to take this from the bottom of the range. I don't expect us to break out upside or break out downside during London. That's just based off the research I've done on gold. If you remember, I took 3 days off, guys, and I did extensive research. This is one of the scenarios I found. It's a beautiful retest. It's good that it's retesting, so this is healthy price. If it just gave us a bigger bottom wick to start, I'm sure this could have paid us a 1-to-1. I don't really see a reason why this wouldn't pay a 1-to-1 at the moment, unless we lose this structure here. You know, if it dies somewhere. Where we are right now is the chance of where it wouldn't pay you the 1-to-1. Otherwise, it should make its way up. Position, for everyone who's wondering, would it look like this? This was the plan. We just want a tiny bit bigger bottom wick just so I can run an aggressive stop loss like this. And then my target of 1-to-1 would be there. Now I could be break even, definitely. So yeah, something like this. But we just lacked 1 minute structure here, and I did not want to get caught in what? From the morning, we are bearish bias and we're moving down. So this could be this. But if I saw this happen first, we go down first. Then we reject after going down. And then my entry comes here. Perfect. Now I'm seeing the market shift. Let me show you this, guys. This is some understanding. We see the market move down, making lower highs and lower lows. Okay? Write a 1 in chat if you're following and you understand lower highs, lower lows. Everyone, write a 1 in chat if you're understanding lower highs and lower lows. Simple basics. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, perfect, right? When this candle prints red here, guys, when this candle print red here, okay, that is basically the look of this. So we have a pullback back to this previous structure here. Okay, this is what happened here. And then the candle prints red. If today we are bearish bias, since market open in London, we've been moving down bearish. Is this enough for me to say I can trust one 5-minute candle? Remember, the 15-minute candle is a later entry, so that's a different trade. Is it enough for me to say I can trust one 5-minute candle without a bottom wick to give me this push? So what I feared is that we might form into a formation where we continue this trend towards the downside and we start to make the lower low. But if we were to make a bottom wick first, like this, right? We make a bottom wick first, then we start to continue up bullish, and then this becomes our bottom wick. Here, that's your bottom wick. This is showing me that price went down to make the lower high, failed, which would be this scenario here where price failed. Now we are breaking the highs after price has done what? Gone down to grab liquidity, making basically what is taught as basics is a sort of W, right? Because W means win, W means we're going up. So it's kind of creating a sort of W. It's not the same. It's not a double bottom. It's kind of, but what is it showing you? Its price is coming down. It goes back up. It tries to go down, fails. Now we leave, right? So even though these highs are higher lows, but it's showing you that change. We don't have that here. That's missing that part. So this becomes a low probability when we are taking this trade. We reduce the probability. We make it a 50-50. Okay? We make this a 50-50. So when we make this a 50-50 here, we are betting now on the fact that price is not going to make a lower high right now. So now we need to reverse engineer and we need to start seeing why would price not make a lower high now? Why would it not make a lower high? We don't have time to think about that because by the time this big 1 minute candle has come. But after the fact, now we can go back and see, can we argue that this was a good trade? Technically, 15-minute support wasn't tapped. Technically, this candle was rejecting previous 15-minute range. If we wanted to enter break of 15-minute high for more confirmation, it is really hard to get a 1-to-1. Stop loss would be 70 pips. Target to here is only 30 pips. So that keeps you out. The only way is to enter on a 5 to get proper risk to reward. trust this engulfing candle, trust the retest here, and have that higher low change of structure to give you that high percentage chance of winning, instead of this now falling short of TP and maybe coming back to break even. You understand? That is the difference between understanding the fine execution of a trade that is, it's definitely worth a shot, but a trade that's going to play out, is that's why we want that little change of structures. So that's why I'm happy to wait for that. Now you guys can ignore that, and all you have to do is just wait for a bottom wick. If you wait for a bottom wick, it's going to solve that, you know, especially in a scenario like this. Now, if we're talking about breakouts, that's a different lesson. Now, those type of lessons we do weekly in webinars and stuff like this, where I really go into depth. I've only spoke for 10 minutes now. I yap for 20-30 minutes about these different concepts that we speak about, because trading is not supposed to be complicated. It's supposed to be a flow. You have an idea and you play out your idea. These small details are based on your idea. Today, these details matter because, right? They matter because of what? They matter because I'm going to put a question for you, give you 3 answers that you guys can answer. These details matter because what? Number 1, exclusive guys, you should get this correct. Because of number 1 is because of bias, maybe. Number 2, because it's gold. Number 3, the setup. So which one is it? Is it bias and market structure? Is it because it's just gold, or is it because of the setup? So which one is it? 1 is bias and market structure. 2 is because it's just gold tendency. Number 3 is the setup. Let's see. Everyone, exclusive, should be typing. This matters more for you. So only 3 people in the exclusive know the answer. I like your way of writing your answer. It's good. Okay, now we're getting some votes. Brilliant. After the stream, we're going to discuss this. Okay? It's not on YouTube. I gave you the 3 options. These are the 3 options. 1, 2, and 3. Right? Those are your 3. See how DAX is developing, still moving down, not giving us anything just yet. Waiting 49 seconds. NASDAQ trying its best. I have it on my other monitor, but I'll show it to you guys. I need to see if it closes above. It was coming close. So yeah, to this question, the question is, what is the factor of needing that extra confirmation on the setup for gold? Is it because it's gold's tendency? Is it because it's the rules of the setup? Is it because it's bias and market structure? Why do we need that confirmation? So one of the 3. Yeah, so we're not closing above here on NASDAQ here. I can't take it till we close above. We're not even closing above a 5-minute structure here. The guys on YouTube, you guys are concentrating. You're doing well. I like it. But you guys are also missing a few key details. But that's normal. Time, education, you're gonna get it. All of these are important, yep, but there's one I'm looking for. So this is also a 30-minute close. So what do we have here? We have 30-minute candle closing bearish at support on DAX. We have 5-minute candle closing bearish at supports. Gold, we have candles closing bullish here. I think it did end up reaching where we would have wanted it to reach. No, still short. 15-minute candle, obviously 30-minute candle closing bullish at the resistance there. We are... Oh, sorry, wrong pair. Habit. Nasdaq we discussed, DAX we discussed, gold we discussed. Okay. Nasdaq is a tricky one. 30-minute is closing above here, but look, we have a 30-minute resistance here as well, so it's going to invalidate that one there as well. I thought you are a gold trader from your YouTube videos. I trade gold. Yesterday, I just took a trade on gold on stream. You can watch the replay. This was yesterday's gold sells we took on stream. You can watch to see. So the plan yesterday was to take sells once we break my white line, right? Here's my white line. So I had a sell stop active here once we broke my white line. And then I took some profits here. We started to push deeper. We started to get a bit of a retracement here once we took the sells. Broke my white line, took sells, took the rest of my position in a little bit more profit. Had a double exit, and that was the trade. Total of 52 pips. We had a nice tight stop loss here as well. You know, and that was the trade, right? As you can see, started off like this, took its time, was ranging a bit, didn't push straight, but that was a gold trade, right? So we do trade gold, just depends. I like to have other pairs that I want to trade as well. Anyways, I'm going to continue trading with the guys in exclusive. Appreciate you guys showing up on YouTube stream. Not really much happening now. My plans remain the same. Same plans I have. Want to preserve capital if anything. So we're going to continue with that. Going to have a discussion there. Appreciate you guys showing up to the channel. And we'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. Much love. Leave a like. Thanks for showing up. Take care. Speak to you guys hopefully very, very soon. Peace. See you soon.